Hello, Happy New Year. It is Maper coming to you live once again and here from the comfort of my home here in Fairbanks, Alaska. And I welcome you here. I hope that you're enjoying your day wherever you may be, whether you're watching me live or you're catching the replay. I hope that you've had a great New Year's Eve transitioning to New Year. And today, as it's still the first day of the first month of the year 2026. I wish you a prosperous, happy new year. And so, thank you for finding time to just stop and listen to what I have to say. Um, so, as you can see, and if you're watching me for the first time, I'm a registered nurse, still working full time, and this is my part of my digital business, doing this go live and sharing with you the possibilities, the options there is on the online space, and especially the business that I started. And so that is my website there, www.maylive8.com. And so here's the thing, the fireworks, it's all the celebrations are done, the fireworks are done, the what else? The countdown is over, and the New Year posts are fading from your feed. And here's the thing: what is next now? That is why I have this question as my live for today. What now? What now? So, as for me, for so many, I'm just going to say this, for so many people, the new year starts with noise, hype, wishful thinking, but the real shift doesn't really come from, it doesn't come from the calendar changing, just the change of year. Now it's 2026. But it comes from the decisions, priorities, actions, and who we decide to become this year. I don't know what last year looked like for you. Maybe it stretched you, maybe it blessed you, maybe it broke parts of you while building strength you didn't know you had. And so there I always like to share in my go lives that um, whenever we faced with challenges, as for me, that is my personal experience, and I want to share here that whatever challenge I faced, I did not let that hold me back. I did not let that stop me from moving forward, from taking the next step. I used it as like a stepping stone, a learning curve, an opportunity to learn and grow from that. And that has really helped me. Not only that, I pray about it, and God has always been faithful. And yes, He has been faithful, in the past, my journey, till this day. But I cannot rely on that. I did share this in one of my go lives that I cannot rely on yesterday's faithfulness. And I remember this was one of the message. I believe it was last Sunday, that you cannot rely on yesterday's faithfulness, but look forward to be obedient to tomorrow's uh, God, like to be obedient to tomorrow's whatever God has in store for you tomorrow. And so that is what I mean by that. No, don't let whatever challenges you faced in the past year stop you from taking that bold step, from taking the next step in your journey or whatever you are planning for yourself. And this is the thing, guess what? You are still here, and that means there's more ahead. So I asked about like how was your New Year's? As for me, it's a quiet one. Just the two of us, my husband and I, and for the first time, we are spending Christmas this season, this Christmas and New Year's time, without family. At about this time last year, we were with family back home in Fiji. We tried to go back home every 2 years. And so this is the year that we are not traveling. And it is different when you're with family. It's like you spend your time with, that time with family. And this time it was, I believe it was meant to be a quiet one. And so for us, it was more like reflecting on how the year went, um, and what are we going to take with us. It's like a crossover. What are we going to take with us to the new year, and what plans we are setting for ourselves, the goals that we are setting for this year 2026, whether it is in the career path or it is life in general, and in the business as well, because growth is one big thing that we want: growth and expansion, helping more people. And so here's the thing, my declaration here, as for me, I'm stepping into this year with intention. I hope that that is your plan as well, that that is your goal, to step into the new year with intention, uh, being purposeful. And I'm excited to grow. I'm excited to grow. Yes, I grew from a year ago, but I'm excited to grow to the next level, um, and even further, because I set my goals higher than I did last year. I'm excited to achieve those bigger goals, um, and I'm excited to expand my business and help even more families too. Throughout the year 2025, I've had this live going, and it's more of an inspiration, and sharing with you how I'm able to to have this work-life balance, making those bold decisions to shift, in my career, moving from a full NICU nurse to a clinic nurse, um, while building this business. And it has really helped me grow in the sense that I can make these bold decisions. I've never done anything like this apart from when I got the job here. That is why I'm here in Fairbanks, Alaska. Um, but these changes that I made this year, last year, 2025, were bold ones, and it really took courage for me to do that. And even here, showing up here, doing these go lives, I know that this is something that I've inspired, you, whether it's in your journey or that you are able to share this with someone that needed to hear this. And so this year, 2026, is going to be different, a little bit different. Um, I prayed about it, and through the training and through this course of learning throughout the year, there are things that I need to grow and expand on. There are things that I need to commit to, and set higher goals this year. And so that is, I'm just excited to develop new skills. There's so much, going on. The skills that we learn, even till this day, what I have learned in that 1.5 years, I never knew all these years, for all my career, my work life. I have learned new technical skills that I'm now able to do it. And it has helped me expand in my business and given me the confidence to be here, and also to grow in the business and share about it. And so so here's the thing, I'm choosing self love and confidence. And that does not mean that I'm being selfish. Choosing self love is taking care of yourself, um, health wise, spiritual wise, and just merely self development. And knowing that we can always, and I've always had this go live, that the theme every day, and Sunday is usually the day that I say this is a day of rest. And because in every journey, whatever journey you're in, um, as for me, having to work full time and have this business running on the side, um, I have learned that rest is important. You need time. You can do whatever you can, throughout the week or days, or if it's for you, if your day offs are different, and your rest day is different. We work every day, but then there's this 1 or 2 days, if you happen to have 2 days off or more, is when we give ourselves, we, choose to have self-love, take care of our health, take care of our family, have that time, just me time as well as time for family. And that is what I mean by choosing self-love and confidence. A confidence to make decisions, confidence to share what is working in my life, and the things that can help others do the same. And I'm also choosing progress, not perfection. I'm choosing progress. Progress because every step forward is a progress. Perfection will only delay that. And I thought that was something that I had to do. I had to look perfect here. I had to, present myself in a way that is accepted. And yes, those are things that I hold value in my heart, but you don't always have to be perfect. We are not perfect. I am not. And that is why I want to say this, because a lot of times people, that is one thing that's holding them back, from being here on social media. That was me before, but you don't have to look perfect. Whatever I share here, I believe that someone else can resonate with my story, and it is probably not a perfect story, but someone can resonate with that and say, well, if she can do it, so can I. And that is why I asked that question, what now? 2026 is another year. This is like, and you know I'm choosing. And the other thing is, I'm also choosing to improve, um, evolve, and show up boldly. So I'm just excited, and I hope you are if you've been following me, because, comfort never changed lives. I was very comfortable where I was before I started this business. It was just the same cycle, but I was very comfortable. Um, you know, Work, home, church, time with family. That was it, and that was to me comfortable. But when I, took that leap of faith and started something totally different, I had no experience, um, knew nothing about marketing or here appearing here in the online space. I didn't know all that, but I knew deep down that this was something that is working, and it is something that I can earn with integrity. And it is, it is not always about the money. Starting this digital business has really changed my perspective. Learned so many things that many others worldwide, globally, are facing. The same thing, the same struggles, the same. Uh, Desires to come out of where they're at, and wanting to take the next step in life or change the situation or help family change. And so people who do not want to stay in the same place that they were at for years, and now they're able to do that. And so there's so much I can share here, but going back to why the topic of my go live, and that is what now. And like I said, because comfort never changed lives, but what courage does. The courage to step out, the courage to take that next step, the courage to show up. And when you believe in that, when you believe in yourself that you can do it, and then you're consistent in it, and it's like the same thing. I was watching, I was listening to one of our success business owners and one of the leaders in our business community. And she shared about what is, she's been asked, what is the secret sauce of being successful, or, of your journey? Um, because everyone is different. Some people started and they took off and they're doing so well. Some people build it over time, and it takes 1-2 years to really build and gain that confidence to grow and expand. And it was very simple. That answer was very simple, and I think I liked um, how she answered to that question. And this was this. I just want to say this: the answer that she gave was, the secret sauce is you. is me, because things change. Like as for us in this digital business, the online space, things change. Um, People come and go. Our affiliate company that is, that is the one that pays us that commission, and compensates us for the things that we, uh, in our growth in the business. Sometimes promotions and stuff change, but it comes down to you. It comes down to me. If I am willing to keep going, if I am willing to learn and not look at the things that are happening around me, the things that I cannot control, then I need to focus on myself, because that is, I can control how I deal with, situations, how I can build this business, and how I'm going to learn from others who are successful. That is a very simple and very true answer, and that is you. That is me. Building, and that is why I have this set of goals that I need to focus on me, have that self love, and know that I'm not alone in this journey, and know that there is so much to learn from, and not look at just the things that are not working, but look at what is working. And what has worked for me last year is what I will carry on with me. What didn't work is what I will let go. Just like everyone else, leaving 2025 and the things that didn't work for us, and moving, crossing over to now 2026. What has worked, and what more can I do to expand and grow? And so, what now for you? That is the question here. I've shared with you what my goals are, not in detail, but just the main ones. And what are you believing for? Here's the question: what now, and what are you believing for? What are you ready to change? And the other one is, what are you finally giving yourself permission to do this year? Sometimes we have to really focus. If we really want that change, then we really need to do away with the things that are holding us from taking that bold step, or from starting. And so that is the question that I ask. Those three questions, they may sound complicated, but they just have simple answers. And that is for you to answer. And so, if you're ready to grow, ready for something different, ready for options, freedom, peace, and possibilities, stay connected. This year, we are not just dreaming, we are building, we are becoming, and we are doing it together. So that is my go live for today. Here's to a year of purpose. Here's to a year of progress, faith, and bold decisions. So a new year. Yes, it's a new year, but more importantly, a new you showing up for your life. I'm going to say this again. It's not only a new year, but it's a new you showing up for you, showing up for your life, for your family, for the things that matter, for the things that you value, that you have been putting aside. This is the year for you to reach those breakthroughs. And so let's do this. That is my goal life for today. I hope that has inspired you, encouraged you, and given you that that inspiration that yes, you can do it too. So that is all from me. I hope you have a blessed, wonderful rest of your day, evening, whatever time zone you're watching me from. Vinaka, Foyexia, and God bless.